up the bananas, put it in a blender and shake it all up. Shake it all up. Cut up the bananas, put it in a blender and shake it all up. Shake it all up.
What's up, good people? It's your boy Timo with the dance moves.
And it's Tim, the popcorn player.
That right. And you are listening to Banana Juice. We are so happy that you came and joined us on this week's episode. It's a very exciting episode.
It is.
We got a lot to talk about. You know, let's just get into the throwaway.
Oh, I love trash.
So, wake me up when it's safe to fly, because a drunk flight attendant on United Airlines, the flight from Denver to North Dakota, got in trouble for, on the mic, saying, "If your seatbelt ain't tight, you effed up."
Oh, my goodness.
If your seatbelt ain't tight, you effed up.
Like, and the funny thing to me was when they were, like, trying to see what she mean by F up. like, do you mean you messed up, or you just messed up entirely?
Right.
You done messed up in the game.
Like, if your seatbelt ain't tight, you shout. You shout.
Like, it's over for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but shout out to United, because they gave all the passengers refunds for their flight, you know, just as a sign of goodwill. Which, I mean, so you got that flight and you got a free flight, all because the flight attendant was drunk? The pilot wasn't drunk.
I guess if you drink and you giving the announcement, you effed up.
Shoot. And the only reason they found out because somebody snitched, so I'm snitching every time.
Right. You get free stuff when you snitch. Snitches get stitches ain't the truth in 2018.
Right.
Snitches get free flight.
Oh, in New Jersey. Oh, my goodness. The school, listen to this. The school superintendent was arrested after, allegedly, in quotation marks, repeatedly pooping on a school football field. Yes, a grown man, a grown superintendent was jogging around a local football field in New Jersey and was crapping on the football field. So they, the coaches and staff were saying they were finding human feces on or near the area of the high school's track and football field on a daily basis. My God. My God.
Like, are you trying to make it seem like some homeless guy was doing it? Like, a homeless guy jogging around the field and just dropping deuces, like trying to get fit?
I don't understand. Because, bro, I got questions. One, is this a reaction of running? Like, do you just have to poop when you run a lot? And then two, what you wiping with? Are you just crapping on it and then just pulling your drawers right back up and getting them little streaks in the giant?
I mean, the thing is not. I mean, those are valid questions, but also, like, he's there at the school. He can't go in the school and just use the restroom like a regular human.
Don't got a key? I mean, you're the superintendent. I feel like you could get in. What? Anyway, Superintendent Itchy Butt has been charged with lewdness, littering, and defecating in public, and so he's getting paid leave. So, so there you go. Oh, speaking of poop, that was a bad transition, but I'm still going to roll with it. Kanye West has been saying all sorts of crap lately. Took over our show last week. We didn't mean to talk about him that long, and we are not going to talk about him long today because his comments just don't, it's like away with him. Basically, he went on TMZ and said that he believes slavery is a choice because for 400 years, for something to be going on for 400 years, to have all those black people and, you know, they continue to be slaves, that slavery was a choice.
I mean, Kanye used to be controversial. Now he's just coming out flat ignorant. Like it's stupid. I just wish he'd be quiet.
Right? Like, did you not see Birth of a Nation? Did you not know that people were there were like slave revolts? People took over slave ships. Do you not know that no matter how many people there are, bullets hurt? And slaves didn't have guns. How about that? Do you not know about the Underground Railroad, that people were running away from slavery? Like, bruh, you are not this ignorant, and I don't care what you have on the horizon that you're trying to bring attention to. Like, this is not going to sell albums for you, and I'm tired of people talking reckless and saying stupid stuff just to boost their album sales. And it's trash. Look, it's so messed up that even his sisters-in-laws unfollowed him on Twitter. Courtney, Chloe, and Kylie, the KKK. The KKK unfollowed Kanye on Twitter. So that lets you know that that man is done, over with, through. I don't want to hear no more about it.
No more.
I ain't even listening to his music. You know, like that's them to throw away.
I love them because they're trash.
All right. So this episode, we are going to talk about choices. That's right. Choices. Just like slavery was apparently a choice. That's the last thing I'm gonna say about it. But this week I was just scrolling through social media, minding my own business, when a certain interview from The Breakfast Club popped up with DJ Khaled.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. I mean, that is the proper response. So, I mean, I don't want to put words in his mouth because he doesn't like anybody putting anything in his mouth. So let's take a listen to what DJ Khaled had to say on The Breakfast Club.
And the man should praise the queen. But, you know, my way of praising is called, how was dinner? You like the house you living in? You like all them clothes you getting? I'm taking care of your family. I'm taking care of my family. You know, putting in the work.
So you're saying
Like-
you don't go down?
Nah, never.
Now, there's so many things wrong with this. And first, I'm going to state the obvious. Khaled, you are too grown and too married to be putting those type of limitations on, like, your sexual life and your wife's sexual life. I mean, like, look, the Bible say, for those people who want to be deep, the Bible say that the bedroom is undefiled. So that means, for those of you who do not have a thesaurus or whatever at home, that means that whatever you decide you want to do sexually with your husband and or wife, then do it. As long as you married, ain't no rules. As long as it's you and your wife, you good. So let's get like for real about this. That part. First of all, I do think that it's immature to be like, nah, I'm not going down on my wife. No, I'm not doing that. And then continuing to say, but I do expect her to do that for me.
Right.
But on top of that is how he got to those
Right.
statements.
Yeah. Like, first of all, he just sounded entitled. And then to go off and say, well, I'm paying the bills, basically. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. How you like this roof over your head? How you like the food that you eating or whatever? Like, that right there, that is a misogynistic point of view.
Yes, very misogynistic. And it's like you should be satisfied with that. If you, that's what it's saying. Like, it's like,
Right.
like, look, that's how I satisfy you. I satisfy you by buying stuff. I satisfy you by providing stuff. When it comes to this bedroom, don't expect no other type of satisfaction.
But right, my thing is, if he holding that as the standard, like, number one, that's your job.
Right.
That's your job as a husband.
Yeah.
Like, you a sorry excuse for a man if the woman is doing that for you. Like that, I'm sorry. That's that on that. But to bring that up, like, she not throwing stuff in your face for when you want her to, like, please you or whatever. Like, she not, like, how you enjoying that son I birthed for you?
He right. That you got on all these album covers.
How you like them clothes I folded up for you? Like, you enjoy this clean house? Like, she ain't doing that. Like, come on.
True.
Like, if you want to start doing the keeping a tally and stuff like that, then in that case, you may lose in that battle.
No,
man.
you're going to lose. You're
think that's
going
right.
to lose every time. And then like he went on to say like, no, I don't go down. I never go down. I'm like, not even on the girl's birthday? Like what? And he was like, no, I be putting in my work. Khaled, man.
First of all, I heard your songs. Like, to be honest,
In the songs, everybody else is doing all the work, and you just screaming randomly after.
we the best. At what?
That's what a sex life with DJ Khaled is. His wife doing all the work, and he just randomly screaming stuff.
You know
in the-
one
in
thing
the
you're not the best at?
background.
Pleasing your wife.
Right.
That's that on that, man. I don't know.
Look, and I understand, like, it's that maybe it might be a cultural thing. Maybe, and look, I'm not putting it on all. To be perfectly honest, I'm not sure what nationality he is, so I'm not gonna put it on all of whatever his nationality is. But I've heard like from Jamaicans, Jesus and Mero, they did an interview, and Jesus had said that a lot of traditional Jamaican men don't eat the poom poom. Because they feel like it's a notch against their manhood if they can't make a woman climax just with penis penetration.
I mean, it may be a cultural thing. Once again, don't know. I don't know what DJ Khaled's beliefs are or whatever. But at the same time, my question is, like, how does that even come up in an interview? Like, how do you get on that subject?
Right. That's a good question. But I'll say this, and I didn't see the beginning of the interview, but the Breakfast Club is known for asking problematic questions like that, because they asked Young M.A., for those of you who don't know, female rapper, lesbian, all that stuff. Check her out. The Ooh, That Girl. You've heard that song. They asked her, like, you got stuff about wearing a dildo and deep throating, and like, what pleasure does that give you? And she said, the unmarried woman, the one who has mentioned sex and stuff and her stuff. She said, why you want to know? Like, that's my personal business. I'm not about to talk about that with y'all. Bruh, you the married man. Look, why would you even answer that question? What jollies does that give you? Who you trying to look big in front of? Because you're going to go back home to your wife.
And you got an answer for that.
Right. And that's the thing. You also put your wife in an uncomfortable situation, because when she out and about, TMZ going to say like, yo, how you doing? You still got the dry cooch? Is that Cal still not taking care of you downstairs? Like, I can see that happening. And like, for real talk, you put your woman out there for a way where she can be embarrassed.
And now you got people that are gonna be talking up under your wife's clothes, gonna be looking at her and be like, Desert Storm. They're just gonna be talking bad about it. And then, even with that, you done open the door for another dude to come in and be like,
there you go, right there.
I know you ain't getting this done. So, hey, I could come in and do that. Like, why you letting snakes in your garden?
Right.
Like, just don't talk about that stuff, man.
Yeah, especially like you on tour too much. You got too many people working at your house. I've seen the video of your wife and her boxing trainer, like not practicing, but like working out.
Yeah.
And I'd hate for him to use that as an opportunity to work her out. So you just should have stayed away from that junk altogether. So that was a moment where you just should have been quiet. And speaking of dudes who should have been quiet or who are being quieted, and also doing a little too much with the women, the mute R. Kelly.
Oh man,
Junk that's been going on, like for those of you who don't know, R. Kelly is this thing going on where they're saying mute R. Kelly, trying to stop all of his shows from going on, stop concerts. It actually happened because of the movement. It
Right.
stopped the concert in Chicago. In
Right.
Chicago.
That's his hometown.
His hometown, so it got that big. And so he said, I just don't understand what's going on. I don't understand these allegations. Like bruh, are you serious right now? The choices you made are what
Right.
led you up to being muted like this. When you like we mentioned in the last episode,
shit.
with you being with 14, 15, 16-year-old Aaliyah, bruh, that's a problem. That is a problem for you to do that. It is a problem for you to be pissing on this little girl and videotaping it.
Right.
With not even with a Batman mask on. You had a Robin mask on.
Right.
You know, like
You didn't even go full costume. You got lazy,
like,
man.
what's going on,
Putting
man?
on the Zorro mask. And then the crazy thing about it is you glorified it in your music videos.
Yeah.
Like if y'all think about it, like the step in the name of love thing, he wearing the little Zorro mask in that. Like promoting his tape. Go back and check that tape out. Yeah.
Look, that's what he was trying to tell you how to get away from the P. Step, side to side, round to round.
Like, I mean, but no, like seriously though, R. Kelly has been doing this for the longest. Like he'll do some dirt, then put out a little gospel album or a gospel
that's
song
true, that's
or
true,
some
though.
kind of little inspirational song to get people to be like, oh well, R. Kelly Christian, we can forgive him for what he did. Like it's a forgive thing, but when you constantly doing stuff, it's very hard to forget. So
Right.
why are you shocked?
Right, we forgave him, and then he had these girls locked down in the basement,
Getting stuck in the closet? Like, come on.
getting instructions on how to sexually please him.
Like, bro, you are, like, if y'all don't know, R. Kelly is snitching on himself in his songs. Like, in his music videos and his songs, he is literally snitching on himself. And it's crazy. The fact that you, like, look at your choices, man. And now you shocked and appalled that people don't want you doing anything. They don't want to support you anymore. Like, bruh, you are just you going overboard.
Right. It's been time to cancel R. Kelly for a minute, man. Like, I'm really surprised that y'all fell for that I Believe I Can Fly track and y'all singing it in church. That's the thing. Like, people singing I Believe I Can Fly in church. Singing it in elementary school graduations. I mean,
See me running through that open door? He talking about how he walking out the case, y'all.
right.
Like he going
Exactly.
free.
Yes, and look, there we have let him slide long enough. Yes, mute that trick, mute that trick right now. Speaking of perverts and possible jail time, Bill Cosby.
Oh man.
Bill Cosby found guilty. This was like, we should have talked about it yesterday, last week, but Kanye. Bill Cosby was found guilty. Faces up to, I want to say 30 years in prison. Yeah, because 10 years
gave
for
him-
each count, right?
Shoot, I thought it was 10 minutes for each 10 minutes of sleep that his lawyer got.
Stop. Stop.
Like, first
10
of
years.
all, how your lawyer sleeping on the case for 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
Like, he in the courtroom next to you, sleeping for 30 minutes, and you cool with this?
Right. Come on, man. Stop hiring your friends, Bill. Like, stop hiring. Like, what, did the lawyer drink the wrong water?
You quaalude the wrong water, man? Like, come on. Like, dang, that was supposed to go over there. My bad. You ain't nudge this man away? Like, come on.
He forgot what table they sat at. He put it in the wrong glass. But they had the wrong glass. But no, but the surprising thing about this is that his wife, Camille, has decided that she is going to pretty much stand by him, you know, and she actually which I think this is a stretch, but she compared his case to that of Emmett Till, who was beaten and killed because a white woman said that he whistled at her. Either whistled at her, I'm pretty sure it's whistled at her, and then on her deathbed, I want to say just last year, she said that she was lying.
Oh, okay.
And so that the connection she's trying to make is we're going to find out. What she's basically saying is we're going to persecute him, and then on down the road find out that these women were lying about what they said he did after he's dead and gone. That's the point that she's trying to make with the Emmett Till reference. Which is a bit much.
Okay. I mean, I felt like that was a little bit extreme, like to even bring up the Emmett Till thing for her. Like that's two different things. But
whistling and quaaluding are two different
right.
way different things.
Right. And I mean, it's several women that are saying it about him.
Yeah.
Like, chances are, even if the majority are lying, one or two of them gotta be telling the truth.
Right.
It's gotta be some kind of truth to the story.
And I'm sorry, but if they lying, why you pay them?
Right. That makes you look guilty.
If they lying, why you giving them all this money?
You in that Trump situation.
To be quiet. Right. Like, what? Like, I didn't sleep with Stormy Daniels. Here's $300,000. I was like, no, why you paying her then? Why you paying her? Why are you paying her? If you didn't do it, why are you paying her? But
first of all, my mama told me you never pay for anything that you didn't ask for. So he paying these folk off for something that he did, and he want them to be quiet. So that's just that on that. Like, why would you pay for it if it's not a service you wanted?
Right. I'm just not getting the connection that you were making. I was like, what, Tim? You don't pay for nothing you didn't ask for. Like, you asked for the coochie. I'm like, okay. All right, because you lost me for a second, but it was a clear thought. So I was like, all right, man, we just gonna roll with it. But even though I think she was a little outlandish in the claim that she made, I do want to say that I applaud Camille for standing and sticking with her husband for better or for worse, because this is the worst of it all, and this is something that women deal with like in all of their relationships, sticking with men even when men have done them dirty, and deciding to stay. And what do we do to them as a return? We refuse to go down on them. Say, look, I gave you this house. That's it. We pee on them. We lock them in basements. We treat them like pieces of meat. We tell them the reason why you can't be president is because your husband cheated on you and you stayed with them. Like, come on, man. Like that. This is why men get the whole title of dogs, is because we treat women like dirt. Yes. And we even in our opinions of them, if we're not physically treating them like dirt, we look at all, like, even the whole Hillary Clinton thing. I've heard dudes who I respect, who treat their wives with respect, say one of the main reasons, like, look, you couldn't even keep the main missile. Okay, how we supposed to trust you with the nuclear codes, and if you can't take care of the one missile that was your wifely duty to take care of, like making that joke and basically blaming her for being faithful to him when he was unfaithful.
Right, because he couldn't keep it in his pants.
Right.
I mean, the same way you could easily find Monica Lewinsky, you could find your wife too. I'm pretty sure she was around you.
Yeah. And then even then, like, just thinking about that again, when the race came up, they brought up women that Bill sexually harassed, and I think rape was one of the causes. Where, like, he was like, what the, I ain't do it.
saying.
Look, if that tells you anything, that lets you know that Hillary Clinton will stick behind a man who will mistreat women, who will abuse his power, who will destroy things that he touched. Shoot, sound like America to me.
This is America.
she'll be faithful as a mom to America. Then, like you look through our history, it's a whole bunch of raping and stealing and stuff that's like just not quite right. But I will say I do commend Camille, and even last week I talked about how I commended Kim Kardashian for sticking behind their men when the men honestly don't even deserve their support.
They don't, because it's to even put yourself out there like that. Like, number one, being a married man, you have to know that you are not just representing yourself. You are representing your household.
Right.
So when you go out there, say something reckless, do something reckless, you are not, the consequences aren't just going to fall on you. It's going to fall on your wife, on your children, on so many different people. So it's more than you that will suffer the consequences. And you got to think about that before you say or do something so stupid. Like, people just ain't using their heads.
Yes. And some people should just not use their heads and use their tongues to please the women who are taking care of you and who are standing up for you when you out there acting a fool. And so that was the Babe Squeeze of the week. Tim, won't you please tell the people who got the juice this week?
All right, so the people who have the juice this week, it is Rashawn Nelson and Dante Robinson. Now, those are the people that were in the whole Starbucks fiasco back in Philadelphia. And they actually sat down with some of the people of Starbucks. And what they did was just amazing to me. So both of these guys, they got a settlement with Starbucks, but their settlement amount was $1 each. Now, to some of y'all, I know y'all like, that's dumb. I would have got more money. Hold on. Let me explain why they have the juice. Because they got $200,000 to support entrepreneurship for high school students and to start a program where those students will have the funding to learn about starting their own business and learning how to maintain that business and to have their business thrive. So I thought that was awesome. And they set it up with their attorneys where they don't touch a lick of the money. It all goes to the program, and all they asked for was to just be on the board to pick out the students that could be in the program. Wow. So that right there is commendable. So you all, like, that is a huge thing because you're being community service leaders. So to Rashawn Nelson and Dante Robinson,
you got the juice now, man.
And now it's time for what you've been waiting for. Your problematic top 5. Oh, so we really got to get into it now because we are going to talk about the top 5 things DJ Khaled can eat to work himself up or down to Let's get it.
So number 5, gotta give credit to 112. The first thing you need to eat is peaches and cream. Yes, that right there is going to help you out. You know, get you familiar with the texture of the flesh. You know, get you into it. Get you a little bit more comfortable with, going down and pleasing your wife. So
Yeah, help her hit that falsetto like Slim. Wanna tell you what I have to do.
but if you're having fears, listen to the song, DJ Khaled. I know. Listen to the song. They seem to enjoy it.
4 black men in shiny suits can't be wrong. Number 4, a hot dog bun. Now, yes, just a plain hot dog bun, because Khaled, you gotta understand, it's not always about the hot dog. It ain't always about the wiener. The bun need a little bit of attention too. You know, you gotta just eat that bun raw. You know, it's okay. It's squishy. You know, I mean, like the bun gonna be dry, but we'll help you out with all that later. But you know, that's why you gotta warm it up. You know, get a little moist. You know, so start off with the hot dog bun. No hot dog, just bun.
Number 3, sushi. I mean, you gotta get familiar with eating something raw. Now, granted, you may not like the taste. It may require a more advanced palate, but so you gotta do it. You gotta try it. I mean, people have tried sushi at least once in their life. Come on,
Right.
don't knock it till you try it.
Try it before you knock it. Number 2. Shout out to the people who got that last joke. Number 2. Crawfish, because you understand, you gotta do a lot of work for that little piece of meat, just that little bit of flesh. You know, it's a lot of work that you gotta do. You know, and if you want to really be satisfied, you can't stop at that one little crawfish. You gotta dive in. You know, you need a bunch of it. You know, in order to really get it going. And you know, when you do it right, anybody who eating crawfish, they can tell you, it's a little messy. You ain't done it right unless it's stuff on your fingers, unless it's stuff all on your face, and then you're like, wait, I need a towel. I don't want to wipe my eye. My eye itch. So eat that crawfish, Khaled. Eat that crawfish.
Don't be afraid of the juices, man.
The juice is loose. And it's running down her leg.
And number 1, Gushers. If you're doing it right, you'll get it. I mean, come on. Just pop it in your mouth, man. Have fun with it. She'll thank you.
Oh, once you get to chewing, them gushers get to going. Oh.
No, don't be afraid of a little juice getting in your mouth, man. Come on.
But what is that juice, though? Like, I never really thought about that. Like, what is that? Is it pee? Is it yeast? Is that what they got?
It's not yeast, man.
Just fermented?
But I mean, like, seriously though, he gotta know, man. You can't be out there screaming "We the best" and you ain't doing something that you need to be the best at doing. Like, come on. You need to tell your wife you the one and really get in there. Be the best. Don't just scream it on records. Have your wife screaming you the best.
Oh, so that was your problematic top 5 of the week. We want to thank you all for rocking with us. Woo, my bad. We want to thank you all for rocking with us here on Banana Juice. Before we sign off, in all seriousness, we want to send RIP to one of my favorite people in the Memphis juking scene. Yeah. Like just the clips that he would film. and how entertaining it was. The young man Twan, Jooker, rapper, up and coming rapper in Memphis, real hot, had some great stuff out there, and a good friend to our producer here at BK. So we just want to say rest in peace to him, and Twan, we praying for your family, that God comforts them and keeps them in this time, and man, we'll see you soon. So it's your boy T-Mo with the dance moves,
And Tim, the popcorn player.
thanks for rocking with us. Banana Juice
Out.
Cut up the